Good morning, Encounter Lutheran College. Good morning, Mrs. Vaughan. Good morning, Mrs. Jericho, and good morning, children. So my name is Kathy Dominy, and I wrote the book called Dear Bully, which I do believe there's a copy in your library. That's very exciting. And I was supposed to come and visit you today, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to because one of my children is home and they're not feeling very well. So I'm going to stay here and look after them. So I thought I'd do this video so that we could have a little chat anyway. And I wanted to talk to you about my book, why I wrote it, and then we're going to do some activities together. So it's going to be very exciting. So Dear Bully is a book that I wrote from my own experiences with the children that I used to teach and also my own children at home. So Dear Bully is a letter to the person who is demonstrating bullying behavior. So the reason that I say that is because I don't like labeling people. So if someone, what I found when I was teaching is if you label somebody a bully, it's really, really hard to shake off that label, and it's really hard for them to try and make better choices and change because everybody knows them as the bully. But if we say that people are using bullying behavior, that's easier to change. So I found when I was teaching that if we said to the children that we were teaching, look, you need to stop using bullying behavior, it was easier for them to make better choices and change their behavior than change a label that had been given to them that was like stuck on their back, and that's who they were. So that's something that I'm really passionate about, is making sure that we don't label people. Something else that I learned when I was teaching is I got to have, like your teachers do, a very special experience where I was able to work with the family of the child who was using bullying behavior, but I also worked with the family of the child who had been receiving the bullying behavior. And what I realized very early on when I was quite a young teacher was there was often very big feelings on each side. And each child in the situation was struggling. So the person who was using bullying behavior was struggling, and the person receiving that bullying behavior was also struggling. And so it was my job to try and help them to find ways that they could connect and find ways that they could have things in common. And, you know, I believe that if you use bullying behavior against somebody, then you're going to have to face some consequences, because that is not okay. But I also believe that there are some reasons behind that behavior. And so, yes, my students and my own children would face consequences, but then I'd be asking, why do you feel that you need to do this? What's happening with you? Are you okay? So that's why I wrote the book Dear Bully, because it was that unique perspective of seeing both sides of the same story. So what I want you to do before we start is Miss Vaughan and Mrs. Jericho have some special worksheets. And there's a worksheet with a little purple guy on there, a little purple alien, who is the victim in the story. And what I want you to do before we read the story is to, on that piece of paper, I'd like you to, with a partner, write down as many feeling words as you can, which would describe how you feel when you receive bullying behavior. So if somebody's not very nice to you, someone's unkind, maybe it's one time or maybe it's lots of times, how does that make you feel? So for me, if someone's being unkind, I can feel like I feel a bit sick in my tummy. I can feel a bit nervous. Sometimes my heart starts beating a little bit faster. And I just feel really uncomfortable and really sad. So those are some of my feeling words, but I wonder how many feeling words you guys can come up with. So I'm going to ask your teachers to just pause the video so that you guys have time to work through this first activity and come up with as many feeling words as you can of how you would feel if you were receiving unkind bullying behavior. Okay, so you can pause the video now. Okay, great. Well done, everybody. Great job. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to read you the story, and then I'm going to ask you to do another activity. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you now, and let's read this story together. Here we go. Dear Bully. Uh-oh. There he is. And look, he's standing under a rain cloud, and his face does not look very happy. So that should give you an idea of how this character is feeling. Dear Bully, I am worried about you. You have been making lots of mistakes lately. You have said some things to hurt the feelings of others. That's not like you. Oh my goodness, look at those grey clouds with those feeling words in. Are you feeling lonely? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling confused? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling scared? Are your feelings all mixed up inside? Oh my goodness, look at this. The cloud is even darker and the character is shooting arrows. Look at all the feeling words: angry, upset, worried, lost, troubled, gloomy, sad, frightened, cloudy, nervous. All of those feeling words. And what's that feeling word on the arrow? Scared. It's okay for you to have feelings. Has someone hurt you? Is that why you have hurt other people? Do you do it to rid yourself of pain? Ooh. These feeling words are changing. So sad becomes cheerful, angry becomes kind, scared becomes curious, and lonely becomes friendly. You deserve to feel safe and happy, as do the people you hurt. We all do. We are all special and unique. You deserve to be the wonderful you that you were always meant to be. This is an interesting picture because you can see that there are characters playing in the background, but the bully character is in a bubble all by himself. So although there's people around him, I think he might be feeling very alone. When you are mean to someone, it makes the light inside of them fade. When you do this, you are not a nice person to be around, and others will stay away from you. That's when your light fades away too. Oh goodness, look at that. What have we here? The bully character is very angry, and they've got a boomerang, and the boomerang says hate. And they throw the boomerang away from them in anger. But what happens? The boomerang comes back and hurts them. Very interesting. So they're trying to put out hate into the world, but it's coming back and hurting them. It's not okay to hurt other people in any way. When you hurt them, you hurt yourself too. It's not okay for anyone to hurt you in any way either. And look at this strange little cloud above the bully's head. It looks a bit mixed up and messy, doesn't it? And the feeling words, I feel sad, lonely, confused, angry, upset, and hopeless. And this lovely little character saying, I care. If you are feeling worried about something, please tell someone. If you are feeling afraid about something, please tell someone. If you are feeling angry, that's okay. You are allowed to feel angry. Please tell someone. You could tell, look at all these people around the bully who care. Your teacher, your school counselor, your trusted friend, your friend's mum or dad, a trusted adult who cares for you, your mum or dad, an older family member, your doctor. And you might have even more people in your life that you could tell. Look at all the ways that the bully could reach out. They could phone somebody. They could write a letter. They could go on the computer. They could send a message, or they could speak to somebody. Oh, whoops the daisy. That went a bit quickly, didn't it? You could draw a picture of how you feel. You could write it all in a letter. You could call somebody on the phone. You could tell someone at a quiet time, just please tell someone. Oh, now this is showing that little faint light inside that bully is starting to switch on. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because they feel like somebody might care. Did you know that you have a light inside of you? Everyone does. When you are kind to someone, it helps their light to shine a little brighter. But do you know what is magical? Whenever you help someone, their light shines a little brighter, and then your light shines a little brighter too. And it is shining a little brighter, look. And the bully's face is getting more smiley. The more kindness you give, not only will their light shine brighter, but it will make your light shine brighter too. When your light shines brightly, other people see it and realize how wonderful you are. Our light is our indicator of kindness, and others will start to realize all the wonderful things about you because the light inside you will show them. Ah, there we go. Friendship, kind words, kind play, helping. You are so special, and you have so many amazing things inside of you. Everyone deserves to know how special you are. You can show them through your kindness. Look at these words: friendly, supportive, generous, sweet, kind, funny, joyful, happy, confident, thoughtful, unique, helpful, loving, playful. Take a deep breath. Be brave and show them. Remember, every time you help others shine their lights brighter, your light will shine brighter, and everyone will see how wonderful you really are. Now, what do you think this picture's saying? There's the bully in the middle with a little confused face with some question marks. And there seems to be two options. a grumpy bully under a cloud or a happy bully? Now, this character needs to make a decision, needs to make a choice. They can choose to be grumpy and angry and hurt people, or they can choose to be happy and kind and be a magnet for friendship. So I wonder what this person will choose. We were all made to shine brightly with kindness. That includes you. We all deserve to feel safe and happy, and that includes you too. Oh, here we go. The two characters have come together. Make a choice to shine your light brightly and let other people see how awesome you are. This means being kind, thoughtful, gentle, and letting everyone see the fantastic you. There you see. When the bullying character decides to show kindness, look what happens to those people around. Their lights start shining. And it not only makes them feel happy, but it makes the bullying character feel happy as well. Dream big, do good, and be kind. Shine your light brightly and show the world how brilliant you really are. Stop, think, and shine. Okay, so we've read the story and we found out that the bullying character had a lot of big feelings too. So your teachers have got another worksheet with that bully character picture on. And what I want you to do is I want you to sit with your partner or your group and write down how many feeling words you can think of that the character who was choosing bullying behavior was feeling. And some of them were written down in the story for you. So I wonder how many of those feeling words you can remember. So I'm going to ask the teachers to pause the video while you complete this activity. Okay, well done. Now, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to compare the feeling words of the people who were receiving the bullying behavior to the feeling words from the person who was giving out the bullying behavior. And I wonder how many feeling words were the same or were very similar. And once you've done that, I want you to think about two people in a situation. One person being the person who is using bullying behavior, and one person being the person who is receiving bullying behavior. And I wonder how much they're actually connected by their feelings. Maybe it's worry. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they feel anxious. Maybe they feel hurt. Maybe they feel alone. And I think it's really important when we're going through life and somebody's showing behaviors that aren't very good, to not just think, well, that's no good, they're wrong. But maybe think, gosh, I wonder why they're showing those sorts of behaviors. I wonder how they're feeling. Because oftentimes what I've found throughout my life with children and grown-ups is if we can reach through and help somebody and ask them how they're feeling and be caring and kind towards people who are demonstrating behaviors that really aren't attracting caring and kindness, we often find that they're struggling. And when we help them and we help their light to shine a little brighter, then their behavior changes and then they start helping other people with kindness too. So thank you so much for listening to the story today, and I will hand back to your teachers, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for having me, and have enjoy doing the work on this book. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.